welcome back to a True Gamer podcast bonus episode. We're
right.
hosted by two of your gamers for you, the True Gamers.
That's right.
I'm one of your hosts, Eddie, along with my bro, the inverted gamer himself, Sheps. How's it going, bro?
It's going good because we didn't forget to do this at the beginning of the video, halfway
No.
into the middle of a podcast.
It's not like we changed our mind halfway
didn't.
through, right?
No.
We're going to do that.
No, so what are we doing today?
So today, because
As
you
planned.
don't know,
I
obviously.
don't know, we haven't done it yet.
Completely fresh.
Yeah, as planned.
We are going to be doing the world famous
Yes.
Metacritic launch title game of the generation of the times
launch.
of the launch of the consoles.
It's a good thing you put it that way because you definitely didn't say that. Won't be saying that going forward as we do this randomly in the middle of the thing.
No, for sure not. Definitely not.
So we're going to guess.
Yes, this is a game that we've come up with.
We actually lay out how we're going to do it at the beginning of the thing. How are we going to work this?
So guys, just so you know, we decided at the last minute to cut this up into two things, make the True Game podcast and this something. So there might be a bit of finicky, but you'll enjoy it regardless.
You'll enjoy it.
Let me lay out anyway what it is.
After having done it, this is the plan.
We're gonna do a game where we try to guess using Bruce's Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
The Metacritic scores of games that are launching with the next generation consoles. We have put down the stakes, which is a steak
Yeah.
that the other person is going to make for the other person, exactly how they like it.
Yeah.
The winner is going to be the one who gets the most points. We've decided that if you nail the number, you get 3 points.
Yep.
If you get one away from the number, providing you survive, you can't obviously go on. Otherwise,
Anything above it, you get 0 points. You're killed.
if you're under, you get 2 points. If you just survive, 1 point.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going to work it out. We've got a list of a few games right here. We're going to have some fun. We also have some people write in as well with their things.
We do, yeah. As an example, let's say a game score is 85.
Yes.
If you pick 80 and I pick 86, I'm out. No points. I went over it. You get 1 point because you survived.
Yes.
If you'd picked 85, you would have got 2 points. If you'd picked... Well, what did I say? Yeah, if you picked 84, you would have got 2 points. And if you picked the number 85, you would have got 3 points.
If I got a bullseye, nailed it on the number, would have got 3 points right there.
Exactly.
That's how that's going to go. Now, because we haven't just recorded that bit
We definitely
already,
didn't just do that.
there'll be the smoothest transition into it. Right?
Because we didn't figure this out kind of as we did it.
No.
We definitely didn't do that. We planned this whole thing going forward. We will know that this is the plan.
Yes.
When you watch this next bit right now.
Yes. Thank you, guys. So let's get on with the first thing that we're going to be doing on this podcast. I've been setting this up for a couple of weeks now, and I thought this is the perfect time, seeing as we are 7 days away from the US launch of the PlayStation 5. The very big and world famous Metacritic game of launch titles for the PlayStation 5. World famous, very famous. Very strange though, however, because it's the first time we're doing it, so I don't know how it's so famous. But welcome, guys. We're going to be doing this Metacritic score game where we are going to be guessing the Metacritic score of the launch games on the next generation consoles, just a couple of them, and putting down a little bit of a bet for them. I feel like for good measure and whatnot.
Okay.
First things first.
What's the bet? What are the stakes?
Let me do the rules first of all.
Okay.
We're doing Bruce's Price is Right rules. Okay.
Sweet.
But just a point of clear right there. I don't want people to go, oh, but this, but that. You can be as close as you want under, but not one number over. Yeah. So if you say 79 and it turns out that the score was 78, you have lost. You've lost right there. And then the next, if I was under, then I win. However, if I was over, we both lose that round.
So anything over, we both lose.
Yes.
You could be a mile away under, but you're still closer if I went over.
Exactly right there. And we're not going to do any, the cheat moves where it's like those. It's like, oh, you put 99 on there. Well, shit, I'm going to go for 1, so then I guarantee to win.
You got to go for the real price.
Exactly, that's what we're going to do right there.
7p.
Exactly. Yeah. And now the stakes. Stakes. What would you like to put down?
What about
as
a steak?
A bet? A steak.
What about how we did our perfect burgers? What about we do a steak?
I like this idea. So we're going to put down a steak each.
Because we do pizza bets, innit?
Yes.
But I don't know. I feel like a pizza's super achievable. You just call up, it's done and dusted. There's no inconvenience.
You want someone to prepare it for you.
Yeah. We have to make, and we'll say it down. We'll be like steak, chips, do some grilled asparagus or whatever it is, just a regular a steak, but we have to come over, cook the steak.
I like this idea. Medium rare steak. with peppercorn sauce on the side, please.
Homemade pepper. No, really. But like, I think
that's my
the
bet.
inconvenience of having to cook.
Yes.
And not getting one yourself.
It gives it that extra bit of like, ooh, I better win this, because I'm going to have to make it for someone.
And also, I don't want to watch you eat a steak that I made and not have one myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, what a slight.
Just put it out.
It's not. We cook 2 steaks. Yeah. You know, it's not cooking 2 steaks. It's cooking a steak for the other gamer. You know?
There we go. All right, guys. So the Metacritic launch title, Game of the Year. We're going to call this the Game of the Decade. Game right here. The Bruce's Price is Right rules. If you go over, you lose. You can be as much under as you like. Closest one wins. Yeah. And a steak will be the stake for this game right
That's
here.
right.
I like it. Okay, so I've got a list of a couple of games.
Yes.
We obviously don't know much about them. A lot of the games, we haven't seen a lot of footage of them and stuff like that. But we have to go off of our instincts and what we have seen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. I did also ask some of the guys in our Discord server to give their thoughts as well. And I've got some poll numbers, so we can put those in after we give our numbers. Okay. So to start off, our first game, Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom is going to be a pack-in game. Yeah. It's kind of anticipated by people, at least who had VR, because it won Game of the Year for VR.
Okay.
That when they brought Astro's Rescue Bot mission or something like that for the PlayStation VR. So this looks very good. A lot of impressions have come out from influencers and stuff like that. The DualSense controller has used this game as its demo to show its haptic feedback and stuff like that. Where do you think this will come?
This one's difficult. Because this one's going unplayed by the majority of people.
Yeah.
So it's like a really small amount of people that are going to want to play it. Mm-hmm. But those people all love the game. So I say this goes in the 91 to 100.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going, there's no room for play here.
Okay,
I'm saying this is going high.
What number are you going to pick? Pick a solid number right there. Pick a specific number.
The Metacritic score is going to be 93.
93.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a one right there.
It's going to be 93, but it's going to be like by 15 votes. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh.
You know, it's going to be almost no one's played it, but the people that play it love it.
Here we go.
I have to say, I think it looks good. I'm not going to play it, but I think it looks good. Do you know what I mean?
93, you said.
Where are you at? This is going to be an easy one for you to win.
You reckon?
I don't think you think it's going that high.
I didn't think it was going to go that high. I thought it was going to be good because on the PlayStation VR, for those of you guys who didn't play it, it was quite revolutionary, but for PlayStation VR, it was like the first time playing 3D Mario. It was like, whoa, this is so cool. But will that translate? Yeah, I'm going to think it's going to be good, but I think it's going to be...
I don't know. I'm not saying how good the game is. I'm saying how much people are going to enjoy it. Right?
Yeah.
Because this is something people don't understand.
That's true.
The Metacritic scores are not about how good the game is. It's about how enjoyable people found it overall. Realistically, it comes down to like your emotional input in it.
Yes.
I think the 5 people that play it are going to absolutely love it.
I think this is going to be a nice 87. I think it's going to be a nice 87 right there.
Something in the 80s is definitely like the safe.
Yeah.
Easy one, yeah.
I'm putting that down here, but any of you guys want to...
86, save me.
If any of you guys out there want to take note of these as well, and I don't know if you want to do something fun with it afterwards, you can do. It'd be good stuff to come back to afterwards, especially when we get the PlayStation 5. We'll be able to review it and have a look at what we got right and whatnot, because then all the games would have been reviewed by then.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll get there. Okay. Just so you guys know, the guys in our Discord server said between 71 and 80. 46% of people said that, and then closely followed by 38% saying below that, 61 to 70. So we are highballing.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying it's anything to do with how good the game is. Like, I think I see down here you got Demon Souls.
Yeah.
I don't think that's getting in 97.
You reckon?
Or whatever it is, right? But I think it's going to be an incredible game. Do you know what I mean?
Because that's the thing. There's like 2 games here. There's judging how good the game is going to be, and then also judging what the people who claim to be gamers who are reviewing these games are going to be.
That's the number I'm going for.
And that's the meta game within the game right there that you're trying to go for. Exactly. So that's what we're trying to aim here. Let me head back to the list. The next one, the big one. AC Valhalla.
I didn't get
How dare you?
Siri, could you please shut up? Thank you very much.
There's nothing to stop here.
Just stop.
Excuse me, bitch.
Anyway.
Why don't you take the lead on this one? What do you think of AC Valhalla?
So I think it's going to be high. I think it's going to be high, but again, that's not going to be reflective of how our community and how James is going to feel and stuff like that. I think it's going to be high because they're not going to differ too much, I think, from the AC Odyssey formula. And they're good, but they're going to try and put more story in for the guys who are there for the story.
Have you looked up the Metacritic scores for any comparable games?
I haven't looked for anything yet. But I think I remember AC Odyssey being quite high. Higher than what it should be for fucking Israel.
Again, I think it was nothing to do with how good the game is. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing. The people who were reviewing it, they're not AC fans.
Yeah.
They're trying to play a game and they might have liked a couple of aspects of it. And they're like, this is cool.
Right.
It's gone. And I think the fact that it has the two possible genders that you can choose and whatnot, and the fact that it is going to be on a next-gen system, it's going to be sort of brand newish and whatnot, I think that's going to tip the scale to... I think it's going to be an 80. I'm going to go for an 80. That's what I'm going to go for.
Fuck.
That's my lock-in. I'm locked in for good there.
I'm going to lose this.
Oh.
I think it's going to score, not B, but score 85.
85.
Yeah, which is quite a lot more than what you think.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people might not realise this, but when it gets into... Once you get past the 7... There's a lot of play. There's a lot of play there. It's like...
For the record, I think the game's going to be a 70.
Yeah?
But I think it's going to score 85.
Shep's putting it down there for an 85 out of 100.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
It's not going to be that good of a game. It's not an 8.5 out of 10.
No.
But I think that's what it's going to score.
So...
On Metacritic.
The guys here, they put it down as... They think it's going to be between 81 and 90. 58% of people said that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was split between the two steps below. 71 and 80 and 61 and 70.
Those guys are trying to rate the game. Not trying to guess its Metacritic score. That's the difference. And I want to be clear. We're trying to guess the Metacritic score. Not how good the game will be, yeah.
This is emotional. This one is. And a lot of people have an attachment to it. But I can't wait. Because this is the thing, I don't feel like the reviewers have got any chance of getting this right with the fans.
No.
They're going to be like, guys, we think it's a 10 out of 10.
Yep.
And they're like, bruv, what about this? What about this?
No.
They didn't even bring out an assassin. They didn't do this. They didn't do that.
Because...
Or they go, oh, it's a 6. But, bruv, it's Darby McDevitt, man. He came up with a 6 story. We talk about it's at least a 7.
If it doesn't get 85, it's getting 62.
Ooh, you think it's that? Either it hits with them or it's like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah. And I say 60 because I estimate it's a dead even 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right? But the guys that are really hurt by it, it's gonna dip under that. It'll be a 62. If the game is not like, what we're saying, they're gonna tank it. So my honest opinion is the game will probably be a 7 out of 10, which in reality, because as we will understand, like the scale starts at 5, so we shouldn't even be doing 1 to 10s. But a 7 is a dead even. Like it's fine.
Yeah, worth spending a bit of money on it.
And if it's good, it'll get 85. If it's bad, they're gonna rank it 62.
Yeah,
low 60s.
Damn,
that's my guess. Yeah,
damn right there.
Again, we're not saying how good the game is. This is where we think the Metacritic score is gonna be.
This is actually really interesting because I could see a lot of upsets and a lot of like just skinning the teeth, like I was 1 out and shit like that on this.
It's also interesting.
Go on.
Is that you're Mr. Optimism and I'm going higher?
That is interesting, right? Mine are all lower than yours.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, let's see how it goes with the next one. Bugsnax.
I need to.
The amazing game Bugsnax. Wasn't it brought by the games that brought us Octodad?
Yes.
Yes. This weird, strange game where it's a bit like you said, Pokemon, where you're catching ingredients to put in snacks.
Yeah, I need to watch it. Oh yeah, this thing.
It's strange. It's a strange one. I honestly, this one's going to be a complete guess for me because I have no feelings, no desire to play this game. It's just weirdness. when they showed it at the PlayStation 5 gameplay event,
yeah.
I was like, you're going to show off the PlayStation with this?
Yeah.
This.
But do you know what this looks a lot like? Animal Crossing. It's got an Animal Crossing vibe.
Ooh.
What's the Animal Crossing meta score? Because it's not relevant to the games that we are looking at. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's not insanely high.
I think Animal Crossing is ridiculous.
And then, after Animal Crossing, can you check out Banjo-Kazooie for me?
Can do. A 90.
90. Is that it?
That is a bit lower than I thought. I thought it would be like 95.
I thought it was going to be high.
Yeah. And they put fucking Persona at 97. God damn it. What do you want, Banjo-Kazooie?
Banjo-Kazooie, yeah.
Kazooie, there you go. 92.
Yeah, this has the feel of both those games to me.
Do you know what? That's a good point. I never thought about it that way.
So I'm gonna come out and say 90.
Ooh.
Yeah. High. Also,
Shit.
because who are the people that are ranking this? Right, these are kids.
Yes.
Or like the Animal Crossing adults.
Yeah.
Right. Generally speaking, because it's probably not a game I would get, but it might be a game that I would get if my little cousin was coming over, and then I play it with them, and once they leave, I'm still playing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's how I started with Ratchet and Clank. I bought Ratchet and Clank because we were going to see my cousins in Poole or Devon or wherever the hell it was, and I brought my PlayStation. I was like, I'll get this. It looks like a kid's game, right? Being I was 14 or something, and my cousin was like 7 or something, and we were playing it together. And then he went out to jump on the trampoline and I was still playing it. And then I was playing it. And then we came home and I was playing it.
I was going to say, and then you looked at the time and it's 4 days later.
Yeah, and then I'm 30 and I'm looking forward to the next Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean? So I suspect it could be high. What about you?
I was going to go low.
Okay,
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it because I feel like it's fair. But after you said that, I was like, damn. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like the people who are going to review this, they're going to be like, you liked Animal Crossing, right? This is kind of like that sort of thing. Give it a shot. Because it's not going to be given to the COD guy.
No.
It's not going to be given to the Witcher guy. No. It's going to be given to, exactly, the Animal Crossing guy in the office.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I'm still going to go for my feeling, and I'm still going to put this down at a 7. So it's going to be the 70, so 70 out of 100.
Yeah, I didn't think you meant 7.
7 out of 100, what?
But I think...
the lowest score ever.
Yeah. 7's... a 70 is low. Also, there's a lot of room for you to win that one.
So yeah, that's...
For the next... There's 4 or 5 left?
5 left.
Let's have you go first, because you're coming in lower, and I'm not...
Should we alternate? So the next one I'll go first, then you go...
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do that. Next one I'll go first then. Alright, so let me just read out what the guys thought on this one. The guys thought they were thinking where I was, between 61 and 70. And then the next bracket is just a little bit higher, 71 to 80. So
again,
you are above everyone else.
I'm thinking that it's about how people respond to the game, not how good the game is. And I'm not saying the game will be bad. I'm saying how much people enjoy. I want to change mine to like an 88.
You sure?
Yeah, just to give myself a little bit of room, because it may have trouble breaking into 90. But yeah, somewhere like that's basically 90 in it. But I give me a little bit of play. Yeah.
Okay, 88 is then. The next
Which would be
one,
an 87.
Could you imagine? Oh, please bring up this clip again if it's 87.
My days. Also, how much time are we going to give these games to come out and have the Metacritic score settle?
I think the day that we get our PlayStation 5, which should be a week after the release of the PlayStation, so it should be a week and a few days of being reviewed.
Yeah.
That should be enough time for it to settle and be found, find its legs and whatnot. The next game, Demon's Souls.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this game, really looking forward to this game. Zahir is looking forward to it, and a bunch of our guys are, so, you know, this is something important to them. I'm going to go first on this one so we can alternate. I think this is actually going to be very good. I think
it'll be a very good game.
Apparently, the guys who are making it, all they've done is just up-resed all the textures and stuff like that. They've kept the weight and the movement exactly the same, so it's going to feel authentic. I think this is going to be amazing. I think this is going to be... I'm going to go for a 91.
Ooh.
Really high up there. I'm putting it all on the line. I could easily get screwed on this.
You could, yeah.
But 91 right
Mate,
here.
I put Astro at... Did I put Astro at 93?
Yeah. No, sorry, my bad. That was AC Valhalla. I've gotten the wrong way around.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, was I? No, I put down 93. Did you put 83?
I actually don't remember.
I'll have to go back and look at that in
Let me know, but
I'm going to look back in the edit for that one. I've written down 93, but that's not right.
I may have been like totally talking out my arse there. I will put it at like... Oh no, because I was higher than you. You said 87. So I must have been into the 90s.
Let's leave that one because I'm sure I fucked something up there, but I'll look at that in the end. Me.
But I mean, regardless, that's very high. You think Demon's Souls is going to be a 91?
Yes.
I think it's going to go very high as well.
Yeah.
But I think there will be enough people, because you know the nerds that do go on Metacritic.
Just before we go, I'm changing mine. I'm actually changing mine to a 93. 93 for Demon's Souls. I'm feeling really confident now.
I tell you what, that game absolutely I think will deserve 93.
Yeah.
I think it's coming in under because Demon's Souls is really unforgiving.
Yes, it is.
And that's what people love about it, but that's not what most gamers love about gaming.
Yeah.
So guys like Corwin, Nirok, he will love that kind of game because he's all about the most challenging
he loves being punched in the nuts over and over again.
Yeah.
That's his favourite thing to do. He comes in the Discord service like, guys, I did it again today. I'm like, oh, God.
Because,
thank you.
For example, your zero death crushing streams, not something I would do. Like, you before we did any streaming, you played The Last of Us and Grounded.
Yes, I did.
And beat it, eventually.
It killed me.
To me, that is not worth doing and it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put it to, like, regular, medium, high.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm all for a challenge, but I also want the game to be fun.
Yeah.
And I don't find it fun to lose the same boss fight 100 times before you finally get it, right? And
Which is what happened in the Uncharted 3 stream last night.
and I totally understand that feeling of finally beating it.
Yeah.
But to me, especially with the way most games are, which is that once you have the pattern, it's just doing it enough times that you don't mess up.
Yeah.
And to me, that isn't a challenge, and it isn't fun, right? It's just doing it enough times that statistically you didn't mess up once, right? And get caught in the thing. So, and I think there's a lot more people like me than like Nirok. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be high, but it's going to be like I'm going to say 85.
85.
And just to be clear, it deserves well into the 90s, is my guess. And I don't know if I'm going to get it.
Because if it goes to 86, gone.
Yeah. But the game's deserving of higher. But I don't know that the people that play it and are motivated enough to go on Metacritic will vibe with just being beaten up. What did Sekiro get on Metacritic?
I think it got something good. I think I remember that. Sekiro 90.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's like,
The thing that I don't understand is why it gets different scores on different platforms.
I was just looking at that.
It's an 88 on PC, 91 on Xbox. Why is that a thing?
I don't understand. Also, actually, that's the point. What number are we going to go with?
We will probably go... Should we make a statement right now? PS4?
Yeah, we'll say
PS4, PS5, PlayStation.
The PlayStation ecosystem is going to be the number we use as our number for the thing.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, all right. We're glad we made that distinction as well. We got that. Okay, the next game on the list. The game that everyone's waiting for.
68.
Godfall.
68.
Godfall.
68.
Let me say the word.
No, 68.
Godfall. There we go.
68.
68 is what you're saying.
Yeah. And not because I want to win this one. I think it's going to frickin' suck. And everybody is going to want to be heard.
Yeah.
68. And the reason it's that high is because the shills are going to say, no, it's really good. And I think it's probably deserving of like a 50.
I'm getting extreme Anthem vibes from this.
What's Anthem's?
Anthem's probably dead. It can't be, surely. Let me have a look at Anthem.
I know we weren't supposed to be looking at Metacritic.
Oof!
See? Didn't I say it's deserving of 50? Oh, look, see, look. There. See?
So why is it 60?
Because Xbox have no taste.
The one point I would get, but why is it 54 on PlayStation and 65 on Xbox?
Because they have no taste because they were on Xbox. I'm saying he gets 65 within that first week because of the shills. What did I say? 68 maybe?
68 you said, yeah.
I'm saying it gets that high because of the shills. By the time, the end of its life cycle, it's down to Anthems. I agree with you. I think it's a fantasy Anthem where Anthem's like sci-fi Godfall, you know?
Yeah. I'm getting extreme Anthem vibes from this. It's it looks very generic. They've dressed it up in a nice polished armor.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like there's a lot of stuff in the world.
Yeah.
It looks very empty whenever I've seen any of the gameplay. But I was like, at least on a technical level, this is using it looks like it's using ray tracing and whatnot, and it looks like the lighting's quite gorgeous. And they've made it all nice and golden. But there's nothing in there.
Substance.
Do you remember that little armor trailer that they put in the PlayStation 5 reveal state of play? It was like 6 seconds long, maybe, and it was like, be the scarab, the bug thing armor, and it was just like, that was it. I was like,
normally you have a list of like 6 other sick armors,
right? Or even be like,
unlock the lava monster armor, like you can be the Pegasus man.
Or even with that, do you know what I would have done? I'd have been like, guys, I'm the director from Godfall and whatnot, and today we're going to show you just a little snippet of gameplay with this brand new armor set that we've got here.
You care about people.
It's true.
That's the difference.
Exactly. You could be like, and check this out, guys, and we hope to see you guys on launch day. And then it's just bang, 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 and it's like, okay, got me kind of excited.
The ideal version is, here's some armors, then come on, it's like, I'm the creative director, and because I'm the creative director, I'm going to show you my favourite armor.
Yeah.
And I made this like special edition only, or like super achievement only, because I think it's the sickest thing in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed to make the decisions, because I'm a nerd, and the creative director, I get to make the call. Here's the bug armor, or whatever. Here's the the Beetleborg freaking awesome Power Ranger armor. Here it is. You know?
We didn't get any of that. It was just like 6 seconds of like armor, and I was like, was that an advertisement for Godfall or the armor or what was going on?
Microtransaction.
Who knows, right?
It's hard to tell. So what do you think?
This game for me, I'm gonna be with you.
Are we gonna have the same number?
I think it's gonna be a bit boosted because it's. Do you know what? I'm gonna be.
You know what I was just thinking?
Go on.
Because you said the word boosted, right? How much of a buffer are all of these games gonna get? Because of the recency bias to the next-gen console, because it could be a trash game, but have ray tracing and have 0-second load times.
That's something as well that I think about Astro's Playroom. Because it's a pack-in game and it's free, that might give it a boost as well. Yeah. And it's launch title, and it fully utilises the DualSense controller. Yeah. It's going to be fairly well reviewed.
It's one of the reasons I put it high as well, because it's going to be new. People are going to go, the guys that like it, we got this for free. Yeah, great. For the still at twice the price. Yeah. You know?
I think this is going to be a little bit higher. I think it's going to be at the 70. I can't see it being more than that. And if I go any higher, then you're going to be closer to the number. So that's not going to help me right there.
So here's a question I've got for you while you're thinking about this. How much of this game have you been playing to beat me versus to get the score you think it will get?
Prior to this, not at all trying to beat you. This one is the first one where I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Because you're at 68. If I think it could be around about the 68, but if it goes one above, then you've lost.
Yeah.
And I could snag it. But what if it's like 68, or what if it's lower than that?
Oh, it could easily be lower.
Exactly.
I think it doesn't go lower because of the recency.
I'm going to put 70. I'm locking that in there.
I think it goes this high because of the shills early on. Because those guys that are just impressed with the ray tracing and all that stuff. And then give it 2 months. And I think we're in the low 60s or under. And I'm not joking.
Yeah. So the guys over on our Discord server, the majority of people, this is 38% of people, have said it's going to be between 61 and 70.
Cool, yeah, so people are in the same range.
Yeah, and there's one step above where people are going 70 to 80, which that's the next step up. By the way, I forgot to do the Demon Souls one for them as well. 53.8% of people think it's going to be between 81 and 90, and there are a significant number of people who think it's going to be 91 to 100.
As far as I'm aware, they haven't ever made a bad Demon Souls.
Yeah,
they have not been made.
The only thing that they've ever been pissed off about the Demon Souls community is that they make a slightly easier version in it, and it's more like an accessibility feature or something like that. But that's not even doesn't even take away from the game.
The general consensus with the Demon Souls community and Bloodborne and all of those is that there should not be any difficulty settings. The game is the game, and either you can beat it or you can't, and that's that.
Yeah.
Right, and it should be a challenge. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
Which I totally respect. So, I think Demon Souls is going to be the surprise contender here, which is that I think it could go way higher than both of us put it.
Yeah.
And we put it high.
We put it high, and it could start off the generation really well
because it's brand new.
Yeah.
Because it gets. I reckon the recency bias of all the new console and all the new tech can add 10 to this. So we could be looking at a 99.
And especially because a lot of these games there are a lot of PlayStation exclusive games on here, like the Demon Souls and Spider-Man and stuff like that. Yeah. People are going to be like, you want to play some good games? Head over to PlayStation over there, and it's a brand new console. Get that. It could add to all of this.
Especially as well with that, the conversation now being like the cheapest way into a console isn't realistically, it's not the Xbox super sad, lonely, lonesome Lockhart.
It's amazing how that changed though, because I was sold first day. I was like, this could be amazing, and then we peeled back the layers and we're like, actually, it's not that good value.
It's not that great value, but the digital only PlayStation 5, the digital only PlayStation 5 with the PS Plus.
Yeah.
The PS
PlayStation Plus collection.
The PS Plus collection is potentially the best gaming value we've ever seen. Can you think of something? Can you honestly think of something in recent memory that's that much of a value proposition? Because I can't.
I mean, obviously the Ouya.
Oh well, I mean, that goes without saying. It's its own league.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the side. Didn't it? That was probably the best.
But I think So I think these games, especially the PlayStation ones, are going to get the boost because like everybody loves Demon Souls, but it's Demon Souls with ray tracing. Mm-hmm. Could be interesting.
Could be very interesting right there. Very interesting.
What do you think about Miles Morales?
That's the next one. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go first on this one because they get alternated. This is going to be amazing.
I think it'll be great, yeah.
I think it's going to be short, but I think it's going to be overlooked because I think people will understand this is a standalone DLC, standalone expansion to the story and whatnot. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to affect any of the scores. I think that's going to be okay. And I think the technical marvel that it's going to be, and the inclusion of some stories that are going to come later, of some new suits that are going to be in the game and stuff like that, I think that this is going to put this at a nice and tasty 95.
Ooh.
And I want to add one thing to you. Can we add one more bit to this? One more caveat?
Yeah.
Can we add a bonus point for each one of our scores if they are within 1 point of our score?
Yeah.
Because then that means that like because I could easily go 90 or something like that, and then everything below it covers me.
Yeah.
And then that's no risk. But if I can nail it and get that extra point right there, that could put me significantly in the lead. And same for you.
Let's say 3 points if you get the score.
Yes, 3 points if you get the score. 2 points if it's just one away from it. Ordinary 1 point if you survive.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that there.
Okay.
I like it. It's made it really interesting now. Really interesting. I'm going to write that down while you think.
Cool. I think Miles Morales is going to be incredible. And I think the fact that it's short, because it's so good, the fact that it's short is going to show.
Yeah.
So I think it's coming in at an 87.
Ooh.
Right? I think it's coming in at an 87 because people are going to, and this is what they're going to say. They're going to say, this game is absolutely incredible. It's so much fun. It's amazing. It's a great addition to the franchise.
Yeah.
I just wish it was twice as long.
Yeah, I really do as well.
And because it's not, I have to give it 87 because there just isn't enough game. I was left wanting to play so much more. So I think 87.
87 for Sheps right there.
But this is a game that there's no avoiding playing, I think. Like I haven't, somehow Spider-Man PS4 slipped my attention.
I was amazed when we said that because normally, like, even if there's a game that slips your attention at the time, I usually let you borrow the game afterwards.
Yeah, if you've got it and I have, like, we did that with, I can't think of one that lasted a really long time. Like Doom Eternal, I think you got it.
Yeah, and I gave it to you afterwards.
And then like a few months later, I was like, oh hey, I haven't played that, let me jam that.
Yeah.
Somehow, it's just never come about that I borrowed Spider-Man off you.
Which is strange because
it myself.
It took over Twitter.
Yeah. And I was involved. I'm like, I thought this game's going to be amazing. I've played Spider-Man games since the PS2, 1, 2.
Do you know what it was? It's one of those characters that you know so well that you probably just, in the back of your mind, your subconscious was like, well, clearly I know this character. I must have played it already.
The box. And I saw so much of it like on Twitter, and I
must have played it then.
Streams a bit. And there's nothing so outlandish about the game. Like, so I stayed in, you streamed it for a bit. I was there for many hours, just chatting with the boys. And nothing in it is so alien to the other games that I was like, yeah, he's just playing a Spider-Man game. Of course I've seen this. Yeah. I've seen all these moves before because ultimately you've seen most of those moves before. So I must have just ticked it off in my head. But then we come to talk about it, and I'm like, you know, I don't remember. Oh, God. I haven't actually played it.
I have to give it to you today, but I genuinely think that's what it was. It was, you've seen so much of the footage, you know Spider-Man as a character, your mind just went check.
Because the weird thing is, it's never been on my maybe I should play that list. Like, Red Dead is one that I've said for a while, like, maybe I should play that, but it is so long, and I'm just not sure. But Spider-Man's never been on that because somehow I'm like, well, it's Spider-Man. Of course, it's a must play.
I must have played it already.
I must have. And it turns out that I haven't. So look, I think Miles Morales is going to get an 87. I think it's going to be amazing, and I think the fact that it's so short, relatively speaking, people are going to go, man, is it good? But oof, is it short?
Yeah.
But man, is it good? 87.
I was going to say, because that was something that the length of the game made the Order 1886, despite me loving it so much, dragged down in the Metacritic scores, but it wasn't a launch title. And
what did the Order get?
I think it was somewhere in the 60s or something like that.
Because I dislike the Order 1886 for the same reasons you, that it was short, but also, and I could not get over it.
63.
Yeah, because that game is actually really good fun.
Yeah.
Incredible to look at.
Yeah.
And they implemented what should have been the beginning of a really interesting story and storyline. Mm-hmm. But it was very clear that it was intended to get you to buy the next 5-hour-long part.
Yes.
Instead of just being one complete game where they left stuff ready for another game. You know, that game should have been 2 or 3 times longer and wrapped up a story and left some questions at the end. Instead, it's like, oh, and here's a cliffhanger, buy the next game.
I want to, if I could get a time machine and I could go to do something, right? Something.
Forget Hitler.
I can't. I'm
not
going
to Genghis Khan.
Forget all of that nonsense over there. I'd go back in time to find an alternate unit, to go to them and go, guys, I've been to the future. This is going to happen. Yeah. Add the extra story that you guys have got clearly, because I can tell from the cliffhanger that you guys got.
It's very obvious, this game.
Add that in over here. Make it a nice 30-hour experience. Don't need to be anything more than that. Just maybe even 20 hours. 20 hours.
The game was like 6 hours or something.
6 or 7 hours, something like that, right?
Yeah, double it at least. Yeah.
Double it. Or if you can, ask Sony for a bit more time, bit more budget. Go for the thing, because you have a great thing here, and it could be amazing, but it will fail in its current state. Yeah. And then see that alternate universe just happen, because this could have been amazing.
If that had come out as a 20, let's say 15 to 20 hour game, where they actually wrap up at least the first bit of it, leaving the cliffhanger, we'd be on the Order 1886-3.
Yes.
You know, or the Order 1889 or something. You know, we'd be on the next one, or the third one, right? We'd be talking about Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man, The Order.
Yeah.
Right? It would be in that realm, because it was so good looking. It was a very interesting story, and the reason
great premise
is because they didn't tell us anything. You know?
Yeah, and the actual gameplay as well was actually very low in comparison to a lot of cutscenes and stuff like that. Anyway, the next one, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I have no feelings on this one. Do you?
No.
I know Sackboy is a character. I know he's a big PlayStation mascot. Yeah. That's all I have on this.
I want to see what the previous Sackboy's got, but that's cheating.
That's cheating, yeah.
So the bit of me that's like, oh, it will do really well, is me thinking back on, they were showing us the UI using Sackboy.
Yeah.
I just don't know how Sackboy, bizarrely, I don't know how it did. I think it did well. I think the people that liked it. Mm-hmm. That's a very clunky way of saying that.
The people that liked it definitely liked it, yes.
I reckon it's going to do... See, my heart tells me that it's like a 78. But I think, because I don't care, I have no investment in it, which is not to say that it's bad or anything like that. I just don't know what the hook is and what the premise is. I don't know anything about the story. Is it coming free?
No, it's not.
Okay, so that's the thing. Astro's coming free because Sackboy was one of those like not free but like super early PlayStation exclusive things for the PS4, right?
It was on the PS3 back in the day.
That's it. Yeah,
it was one of those like build your own levels type game and stuff like that. It was very popular. I didn't play it per se, but I know it was very popular. Yeah.
Talking of the build your own level thing, what's Dream's Metacritic score?
I think it did okay. Let's check that.
I'm gonna say that it gets like an 82. Sackboy.
89.
Yeah, that is good. I'm gonna say Sackboy gets an 82.
82.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair score. I feel that's a fair score there.
Yeah, I think like that's a solid 8 out of 10. I just, unless there's some deep story in it, I don't know what the draw is. I don't. It's a game I don't get.
Yeah.
Whereas there are weird games that I would be better suited to guess. Like if they did another Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
I'd be better suited to like figure that out because I know Pokemon. I know the premise, the story, and even I don't know. I this is a tough one for me. What do you think?
I'm gonna go for 80. I feel like it'll be about that, just a hair under. I think it's gonna be good, but it might do good again because there's not a lot of things to play on the next gen console, so it might do better actually.
Like a bit of me wants to say it's in the 70s, but I think for those same reasons it's gonna go above 80.
I'm gonna say 85.
You're going above?
I'm gonna go 85. Just that feeling of it being. It's one of the few games that you can play. It's going to be solid, I think. The guys that make Little Big Planet and stuff like that, they've never like failed before.
Yeah.
I think an 85 is going to be nice.
Cool.
I think it's been good right there. And the final game... Oh, let me just look at some of our guys. I think we didn't do one for Spider-Man as well. Let me check.
Yeah, let's see what Spider-Man gets.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, the vast majority of people, 76% of people say it's going to go between 81 and 90. And then there is a couple of people that go a bit below and a bit higher than that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And Sackboy's Big Adventure, we've got
split.
A dead tie here at 30.8%. It's going to be 81 to 90 and 71 to 80, so right around there.
Right, exactly where we said it. Yeah,
we are perfect. We're with the guys right here. With the lads.
We could all be wrong. We're all morons.
We are morons here. Let's be honest.
And anybody that likes our content also
big morons,
including the audio versions.
Exactly, they're virgins. All of them.
They really are. And look, guys. If you are listening on audio services around the world, please rate the podcast 5 stars because it really helps us out.
Do you know what? We've got a few 5-star ratings. Thank you guys for doing that. And if you haven't done it already, please help us out. It really helps.
We do appreciate it.
The final game on our list. This isn't every game out there, but just picked a few games. Our final game.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the game that has too long of a title.
I am super conflicted about this one.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Because we know nothing about it.
True.
At this point in the life cycle, it would be about out now.
Yes.
But we would have known about it and seen all the promo stuff for it and stuff months ago.
It's so strange.
It came all the way to almost release date for us to find out about it. And the big deal is it's coming out $70, right?
$70.
It's the full whack brand new price.
Mm-hmm.
But the original Blops one was so good.
Yeah.
And not that Call of Duty is about the campaign, but the campaign to Blops 1 was really great. It was so good, and Nazi Zombies was so good. And I loved Black Ops 1. And this looks like a return to that. And Mason's in it still, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he forgot all about the numbers just like Lost did.
He just forgot them.
But tell us the numbers, Mason. But it is a Call of Duty. As much as we rag on like the Madden and the FIFA, like COD is reskin the game.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there's very little they change. Except, in fairness, they do come up with at least new rearrangements of the same map assets.
Yeah. And every now and again they do like a leap forward. Like most of the times it's a shuffle.
Yeah.
A little like that, a little like that. And then Modern Warfare came out and it was like, okay, let's take a little jump forward like that. And we're like, oh, this is good.
And then
it's going to be similar to that.
What I give to Blops is that since Nuketown, that map has made it into every single COD. Now I will say it's way overplayed, but when it came out, it was one of the best maps ever made. They had 3 of the best maps. Bro. They had 3 of the best maps ever made. Some of them are definitely up there. Nuketown was great. Summit was incredible.
Yes.
Oh god, and what was that other
Summit.
one? Summit was an incredible map.
Yeah.
It just flowed
Firing
so well.
range.
Firing range is brilliant. Yeah, I would say those are 3 of the best maps ever made. Blops 1, you know? And it had a lot of really good maps.
Yeah.
So I want to say it'll be incredible and really great, but I think a lot of people are going to be hurt by having to pay $70 for a new Call of Duty. Will it have zombies?
It will have zombies, and I saw this yesterday, but I didn't confirm it. Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies Cold War Zombies mode will be exclusive to PlayStation for a year. That's madness.
That changes the discussion because we're using the PlayStation score.
We are.
I say zombies on its own, depending on how good it is, can add 1 to 2 points. You know, I think this is 10 to 20 Metacritic values.
Yeah.
Why did this one have to be the one that I get? I'm gonna say it gets an 87.
87.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I don't know. Because we're using the PlayStation numbers. I think because it gets the zombies. I think because we have another storyline with Mason. And I didn't check this. Is it the same Treyarch team doing this campaign that did the last campaign? Because that campaign was brilliant.
I believe it's the same Treyarch, but obviously they do change hands
the teams
a lot.
Change a lot, yeah.
It's still Vondi, good old Vondi Ha.
I'm going to stick with an 87. I think because of the zombies, because we have Mason back, and it's a good time frame. The fact is, going too futuristic just it isn't good for these styles of games. So we're like Cold War, right?
Yeah.
Still, I think. Plus, you add in like the ray tracing and all that stuff, and like let's say if they were in a jungle and there was one source of light, there would only be one direction for the shadows. This is an inside COD joke. Sorry,
yeah, COD Ghosts.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it gets an 87.
87 for Sheps,
which is high. What did Blops 1 get? No, we can't.
I can't look at it. Yeah, we have a look at it. We'll have a look afterwards.
Yeah. It goes that high because of all the new tech.
Yeah.
And having zombies and stuff. How did they manage that? How did they get zombies on just the PS version?
Do you know what's funny? Like, I know it's because I know Activision's, typical company, they're money grabbing and whatnot. They're just going for wherever the money is. But as soon as Xbox started to flag behind, they immediately jumped ship to PlayStation. Yeah. And you'd think they probably did the testing of the water again for this generation. They were like, yeah, I think PlayStation's going to win it again. So let's just stay here and whatnot. Guys, PlayStation, you want an exclusive? Let's do that.
With their frick you money. This is the place to spend it.
I bet you they tried, but they didn't do anything. They didn't shake the boat. They didn't do anything. I bet you. Because they rather the public image and they would like the money as well.
Nazi Zombies is not enough on its own to draw people to your console. It's not a console mover like, say, a Halo might be.
Personally, I don't think it is as well, no.
No. But it is definitely enough to be like, well, what are we looking at? Oh, we'll get Call of Duty. But look, the PlayStation 1 has zombies.
Do you know what this
and
is?
And the PlayStation has all these other things. Like, it's another tick in the box.
This to PlayStation is doing what they need to do, is to give their fans, their customers, another thing. It's like, you also get this. We're doing this for you guys.
Another
and that
reason.
keeps them in there. Another rope to hang them down, to tie them down to the ship. It's like, you're not going anywhere, you cunts. Okay, I'm going to go for a hair under you.
Okay.
85. I'm going to go for 85 under you right there. Because I do love to be under you. That's my main thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I'm definitely the top. Your 85 is just a hair under. I also think it's probably fair.
Yeah.
I think it's an 85 style game. I think because of the new tech, having zombies and all that stuff. And we did say without actually knowing that we are using the PlayStation numbers. So I think, damn, I actually kind of want to get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel it as well.
If it was 40 or 50, I would get it so we could jam zombies with the boys.
But $70.
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at 70.
Especially because, I filled my time now. I've got AC Valhalla. I'm going to play that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, I'm going to play for a little bit. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I've got no more time to play this game.
Any multiplayer stuff will probably still be jamming Legends and the Raid and stuff. So
if after Cyberpunk, the next multiplayer part of Cyberpunk, where I've exhausted 7 playthroughs of Cyberpunk, if we get to that point and there's no more Cyberpunk, then maybe I'll pick it up. And maybe
there's
I'll
DLC.
Exactly.
So
I don't think I'll be there anytime soon. It's one of those logical choices. Otherwise, I would go for
by
it.
the time you come to this, unless if this comes out and we just can't get away from it, where people are like, this game is so incredible, it could probably tempt me back.
Yeah.
But except the boys, like our regular crew, they're not. When I say the boys, I mean like the guys that come around to poker night.
Yeah.
They're not getting next gen for probably a year or two.
They're more casual guys.
Yeah, they're not true gamers. They're not like you guys. Even the audio virgins are more true gamers. At least listening to
Exactly.
Actually, Harry does listen to the stuff. He watches.
Does he?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Harry.
But they're not probably going to get it for a year or so. But then, what's the PS4 version of COD going to cost?
I think it's not that much cheaper. They want to get the money regardless. I had a look for the PS4 version, but it's still the same.
Because if the PS4 version comes out at the regular price, I'll happily play that. Again, I'll put it in my PS5.
Yeah.
I don't care if it doesn't have the
And
ray
get the
tracing.
frame rate boost.
I don't even care about the frame rate boost. I want the Ethernet boost because the ports are so much better.
True.
And I've been struggling on that. Like we just need better hardware to at least let you like run free a bit. But I'm not paying full price for the PS4 version. There's no way I'm doing that. So.
Yeah.
And gone are the days, especially in lockdown, where we could go around our usual sources and get it early or cheap.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you get it early and more expensive, but
Our usual sources.
yeah. But I mean, like, it depends who's getting the money, doesn't it? If it's a shop that's getting the money, you kind of tend to pay the normal price. If it's a guy that's getting the money, you can get it a bit cheaper and early because the guy's getting the money. But so, I don't know. Like, something tells me it'll be good. Mason, I'm invested in Mason.
Yeah, me too.
And I think that campaign, which I know COD isn't about campaigns, but I think that will carry it. I would have hoped... Sorry, I didn't mean to make this a COD podcast.
No.
I would have hoped that like the Warzone microtransactions-y thing would have been enough incentive for them to keep COD relatively evenly priced. Mm-hmm. Knowing that the microtransactions are coming in another format.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna stick with 87.
Okay. I think that's good. I'm gonna go for 85 just to be under you. I think it's gonna be just under, and I think might pick you a little bit just at the finish line right there.
I hope it's
but
an 84.
If it's an 84, then I'm closest. I win.
No, because we said if anything over you're over, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you have to be under.
Bruce's Price is Right.
Shite.
Which we have forgotten until this point.
No, I'd been thinking about it, and I was like, I can't be over. I can be under. Okay.
You can be under. If you go over, you get no points.
No, I think I'm still good. I think I'm still good the way I've been doing it. But oof, boy.
Bizarre. I'm actually shocked with myself how much higher I've put these games up than I would have expected.
Yeah.
But that's because a lot of games get higher than I think they deserve. A lot of games get higher than I think they deserve.
Because, especially because a good review, a good number looks good to the company who's reviewing it.
But the reason that those good numbers, especially from games journalists, the numbers are always high because they want the continued business.
And also they have a chance to be on the box when they print out the discs and stuff like that.
8 or 9.5 out of 10 by Game Informer. Or
An
whoever.
incredible game by Game Informer. It's like a must-have thing, and they put on the side of a bus or something like that.
Yeah.
They want those things. Yeah, so the guys over on our Discord server, those guys said 61.5% of people think it's going to be between a 71 and an 80, so just a bit below us.
Yeah.
And then
I
the
think
next
that's
one
fair.
is going to be below. But the next one, 23% think it's going to be lower than that, 61 and 70, so they're not as optimistic as we are.
What's Black Ops 1?
Let's have a look. Let's pull that out.
I'm really genuinely curious. Because Black Ops 1, I think, overall, and it had a ton of issues, but I think it's the one we had the most fun on. Black Ops Cold War, I think.
No, that's the new one.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's because 2BD is a PS5 game, innit? Let me put Call of Duty Black Ops.
Cool.
And not that. There we go. So these ones...
Not Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 I really didn't vibe with.
I didn't vibe with that much either. Here we go. 81.
Yeah.
81 on PC, 87 on Xbox 360, 88 on PS3.
So I think I'm right in there.
Shit.
I think I'm right in there because brand new tech, back to Mason, good timeline. I think. What did I say? 87.
87, I think you said. Yeah, 87.
Yeah, I think that's right around, especially with the new tech and stuff. Even if it's not as good, but with the new tech, the ray tracing. But then the problem is the price. So I'm really not sure. This one's an interesting one.
I think you're good. I think you're good here.
All right.
That comes to the end of our Metacritic game launch title games thing we're doing right here. The world famous one we do every single year.
World famous, which just ended up being us ranting about games we'd never heard of.
Exactly. I want to propose something to you. I've only just thought about this now.
Every day, yes.
Every day. Oh, take it. I propose that we cut this up and make this 2 videos.
Okay.
Make this one dedicated video, and we do now a short True Gamer podcast. The people who are watching us and who love our stuff and what, they'll get to see both of them on the same day, but we get to put them as separate things right there.
All right, a little bit of housekeeping, and we're going to keep the intro from the True Gamer podcast for the next video, which will be the continued version of this, which will be shorter.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is now we're gonna break here, and we're gonna do a nice intro to this,
okay.
And then I'll switch them around in the edit like that. Okay.
I beg you. I beg you, leave this in the True Gamer. Just leave it in the True Gamer so people know that we had this discussion.
It's going to be like, whoa.
Oh, no, because they must know because I was calling everybody audio virgins.
Yeah.
So they'll know.
It's going to be up there. It's going to be up on audio services. It's going to be up on YouTube as well.
Cool.
But I want to put up into 2 things. I feel like it'll be nice that way. All right, guys. So that was the end of our Metacritic game right there. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you everybody who wrote in as well on the Discord server. All of your things all of your responses were valued right there. Beautiful stuff. And I can't wait to see on launch day, because we'll probably be here streaming that day when we're here.
We will be here. Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah, because I mean, we'll be waiting for the delivery guy or whatever we're going to do.
I just remembered. Hopefully the delivery guy.
Yeah. If that happens, we'll be streaming and waiting for the thing to come, and we can open it up right here for everyone so we can see.
That's right.
You'll probably want to just take it and run and just be like, I'm going home, fuck it, I can't.
There is footage that we both need to get though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if how we'll do it. We actually need to plan that out.
Yeah, we do. We should plan now so we can be ahead.
We should.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in for this episode. It's a True Gamer bonus episode. That's right. That's what it always was from the beginning.
Right. Yeah, we totally planned that at the beginning and didn't just come up with that in the middle of the podcast.
Professional. That's what we are.
That's right.
Professional.
That's right. Also, should we do the intro for that?
We should do the intro for everyone. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the next one.